What elements do you look for to determine what's a good contract and what's a bad contract?
I don't know if you guys would know this, but as an attorney, you learn, or even if you ever went to law school and you did something completely different, the first thing you really learn is the answer is it depends. The answer to every question is it depends. So I'm always going to give you that first. But broadly, a contract is literally offer, acceptance, consideration. Okay. That means they're offering you a deal, you want to accept it, and there's some sort of consideration, usually money, promo, merch, sponsorship, whatever it is, and that equals a contract. So, number one rule: if you ever see the words in perpetuity, run away. That's like contracts 101 right there. In perpetuity means forever. The only time you're ever going to want to sign something that's in perpetuity is if you're giving it away forever, and the person who's buying it or the person who is using the content, whatever it may be, has the right from you to use it forever in whatever context, period. But if you're doing a music contract, especially if you're doing something in the athletic world, you should never be signing anything that says in perpetuity, unless, I don't know, you're working with Madden or 2K and they want to use you in that game. I feel like that would be like maybe one of the only times or reasons you should consider something with that language.
So when you write contracts for your clients, what process do you take to make sure you're giving your clients everything that they're going to need?
It really is a push and pull because, of course, it always depends on the other side. Are we talking to Rock Nation or are we talking to your friend from another company? Because it's going to be harder and harder the higher the level that you are to get exactly what you want. So things to look out for. Another one, a big one in entertainment, is a sunset clause. If you're an artist, if I'm working for the entrepreneur, we never want a sunset clause. That means whoever you're signing the contract with, usually a manager, an agent, they're going to keep getting paid after your contract is up. So those are one of the things. If I'm representing the party who is the talent, never want a sunset clause. And I know you're asking like questions that you want one answer to, and I'm really sorry that I can't do that. But
I know it's just at this point, you just
but that's what I'm saying. It depends on the client. You sit down with them, and in the first meeting,
hmm
you kind of say, in the perfect world, what is your best case scenario that you would want out of this contract? And usually they'll have like five or six things. And you want to figure out a way to get all of them. So you ask for all of them. You might end up with two, you might end up with four. But when I'm creating the contract or when I'm negotiating the contract, we're asking for every single last one of them in the way that benefits my client the most, and again seeing what sticks with the other party.
Okay. So speaking of contractual terms that you do want that are in your favor, do you ever discuss with your clients like, hey, sure, you can get this one thing you want in the contract, but just be aware that if you're getting what you want, there's going to have to be some give and take. Can you walk us through like how that works with your clients?
It's always going to be a give or a take. For
hmm
example, recently there was a distro deal I was working on, and it was a standard, just boilerplate contract, and that really just means regular terms that you're going to see in any of that same type of agreement. So it was a 75-25. The company keeps 75%. I'm sorry, the artist keeps 75%, the company gets 25%. But as the individual's representative, I want an 80-20 split, or maybe even a 90-10, depending on, is this company going to do what they're saying they're going to do? Are we making a lot of money? Are we making a little money? But if it starts as at 75/25, always going to automatically want to negotiate for a higher percentage for my artist, because they are the talent, they're creating the work, they're putting their time and energy into this. It's their day and night job 24/7. So if that's the case and all you're doing is saying, "Hey buddy, put this on your radio show," we could have done that ourselves.